like what I said before, we are on the way. We're not awliya Allah. If we're awliya Allah, there is no doubt. There's no doubt anymore. We've already submitted. You may have tests that are there given to you. There's not doubt. Doubt is something else. Test is something else. You have a shaykh. To be tested by a shaykh is something else. To doubt your shaykh is something else. Correct? Maybe shaitan is going to say your shaykh is like this, it's like this. But you know that's just whispering. You don't believe in it. It's just coming out of nowhere, but you don't believe, you don't want to believe in it. The shaykh, maybe certain things are happening and it's showing by all your logic that this is wrong. But you don't believe in it. There are those who believe in it. Shaitan is just whispering and you believe. Then showing a little bit, you're taking this, you put together, you say, oh, this is it. That's the difference. So, do you believe in it or you don't believe in it? Now, at our level, we're all kindergarten. If it's good, we believe. If it's not so good, oh, so many questions. If it fits to our ego, it's okay. If it doesn't fit to our ego, we don't like it, so many issues we're going to have. So, we spoke about earlier today after the dinner, doubt. How doubt, it is also important for your faith. I'm not talking about the faith of the awliya. I'm talking about the faith of just us, regular people, trying to become Abdullah. What is that doubt that they are going to put according to that hadith? Because there's a hadith. Say?
One Sahabi came to Holy Prophet and said, Ya Rasulullah, sometimes we have thoughts that are so terrible that we don't even want to, we feel too ashamed to say it in front of you. And he said, really, you have thoughts like that? They said, yes. Is this a sign you have a clear faith?
Okay. Now that is not really even talking about doubt. There's just terrible thoughts, which it may or may not be doubt. You understand? Talking about your ego and your desires that is going wild. Your shaitan that may whisper certain things, it's going wild, and you don't trust it, you don't believe in it. And we're very ashamed because we don't believe in it, it is wrong. And it's a sign of faith because you're saying, I'm weak, help me. I'm weak, now help me. I cannot do this by myself. Now, in the way of haq, in the way of tariqat, in the way of tasawwuf, you have to test whether something, it is real or not. You have to test it. You cannot just assume. Just because you're saying La ilaha illallah, how do you know that is real faith? You saying La ilaha illallah, a munafiq can also say La ilaha illallah, a hypocrite. In fact, there were hypocrites in the time of the Prophet ﷺ. We are seeing, praying with him, eating from his hands. Nothing happened to them. Not a drop of faith entered into their hearts. Is it the fault of the Prophet ﷺ? Of course not. It is the fault of the munafiqs themselves because they closed their hearts. Now in the way now, we are here, we're in tariqah, in the spiritual way. We're not talking about mysticism, we're not talking about openings. We're talking about now our faith. Whether we have faith or we don't have faith. So someone who's just saying La ilaha illallah, does it mean that he has faith? If we teach that bird to say La ilaha illallah, that bird has faith. If we record that and we let this recorder to keep on saying 24 hours a day La ilaha, that recorder has faith? No. It doesn't. How do you know whether you have faith or not? Sit over there. Over there, beside Mustafa, over there. Sit, stay. Move over there a little bit. So how do you know that you're going to have faith? How do you know whether something is true or not? You have to what? You have to test it. Someone telling you this is water. How do you know that is water? Well, I know this person, I trust this person every time he brings me water. Okay. Somebody else brings you water that you don't trust. You know you want to test that water. If your enemy brings you that water now, you know not to take it. What happened? You know that the quality of the water changes now. So you have to what? You have to test it too. If you don't test it, you'll never know whether it's true or not. How are we testing our faith? We're saying there is no Lord, there is no Ilah. There is no Ilah except for Allah. How do we know that is true for us? I hear so many people talking about the ilm of shahadat, the ilm of shahadat, the ilm of shahadat. We've been doing it for 1400 years. What do you think this is just yesterday? This is what tariqat must be busy with. But first, you have to know what is that false ones. There's ilah. Then you have to understand. Then you have to say la to those ilah. Then you have to understand what Allah is. We just had a funeral, a couple of weeks ago. One of the questions that's going to be asked is, who is your Lord? You think the angel is so stupid not to know that you know that because all your life you've been saying that, or all your life you've heard it, or all the Muslims, you know this question too, who is your Lord? But that question, who is your Lord, means who do you serve? Because you only serve your Lord. And whatever that is in your heart, sit over there a little bit. Be aware of people around you. That question now, who is your Lord, is meaning, who do you serve? Yes, you may be Muslim. You may believe in Allah, the Prophet, angels, Quran, you pray, you do all these things. But who do you serve? So many people in their lives, they only serve themselves, their ego. They serve the people around them, whether they love them or they can use them, they serve them. Some people, they serve their desires. Yeah, they pray, they do all of that, but what motivates them, what gets them out from bed, what they're thinking about whole day long, what they're thinking about before they go to sleep? How to make more money. You understand? So, this is the knowledge of that shahadat. And in this Jamaat, especially in the Naqshbandi Tariqat, we are concentrating on that, knowing what is the ilah. Then you have to know your ego. Because the first thing, most of the things, mostly you're serving, it is your ego. Your Lord is your ego. And it is so dangerous that the Prophet ﷺ is saying, Ya Rabbi, do not leave me to my ego even for a blink of an eye. So now, we're just testing our faith, looking at our faith to see whether it is true or not. What have you done for the sake of Allah today? You're going to ask yourself. Did I pray for the sake of Allah? Did I pray just like a robot? Because time entered and I just go up and down praying without even thinking. Or did I just pray because everyone is praying and I'm just following them? Or did I pray and when I'm praying I'm just organizing my day ahead and thinking about what I've done today and what I have to do tomorrow? So many questions to ask. This is the testing. Then you realize I'm very weak. Nothing is really passing. I'm asking for forgiveness. You understand? That is showing clear faith. This goes with so many things that we're doing in religion too. So many people, they're just doing because they're forced to. Or because everyone is doing, if they don't do it, everyone's going to say something to them. This is what Rabi'atul Adawiyya is saying, Hazrat Dari, people are only worshipping Allah because they want to go to Jannat. People are only worshipping to Allah because they fear from the hell. But no one is worshipping Allah because Allah deserves to be worshipped. Now that part of worshipping Allah because He deserves to be worshipped, this is where tasawwuf enters. Now this is when we want to be with the ones that we love. You understand? It is open there. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, you will be with the one that you love. There's nothing wrong with loving Jannat. Of course there's nothing wrong. Don't look down on Jannat. Jannat is filled with so many things that you're looking here and there. Maybe it appeals to your ego because it has to be. Because generally people are like that. Generally people are worshipping to Allah because they want to go to Jannat. Generally people are doing good things because they don't want to be punished. But there is another group of people that they say, we just want to worship Allah because He deserves to be worshipped. This is where tasawwuf enters. We want to worship Allah because He deserves to be worshipped. Inshallah. Are we there? No, we're not. We're still worshipping to ask from things like this or like that. That's why dua is different, salah is different. What we're talking about outside, no? So we need to test our faith that way. We are weak, we're saying astaghfirullah, we start again. We're weak, we say astaghfirullah, we start again. We're weak, we say astaghfirullah, we start again. We die in that way, we die what? Fighting against our nafs. And if you die fighting for the sake of Allah against your nafs, you're going to be a higher martyr than that one who died in the way of Allah. We're not looking for anything else. Whatever they're going to give you when you're in their way is something else they may give you. By that time you're going to understand whatever they give you too, you don't want it. You cannot carry it, you don't want it. That time you understand how heavy it is. Certain things may open to you too. And then you're going to say, you're giving me this, but I still have so many of these things that I have to fix. It is not from your ego then, these things are happening to you. May Allah make it easy, inshallah. May Allah bless our Shaykh and raise him to higher and higher stations. May he always be with us, inshallah. We're asking in his name, the intercession of our Shaykh and the Holy Prophet ﷺ, for their sakes, beloved ones of Allah, that we stay in the Sirat al-Mustaqim. ومن الله توفيق الفاتحة.